I'm Hannah Ross. I'm from Kentucky originally, and I started doing jiu-jitsu about 3 years ago when I moved to Milwaukee. I did gymnastics when I was a kid, from when I was 3 till I was 11 years old, and then volleyball through college, and then I was looking for something to train in once I got here to Wisconsin. I train at Neutral Ground in Milwaukee. When I started coming here, the first time that I came in and there were actually people here, it's like dim lighting, not completely finished, low ceilings, like dingy looking fans. Everyone is just sweating and working, and it smells like man and sock. It was really gross, but at the same time it was an atmosphere of like no frills, like we get to work here, and that was what I wanted. For the first 2 years, I was really the only girl. There would be a girl that would come, like just a couple different girls came for maybe a month, but then they would leave. It wasn't until I'd been here for a couple of years that anyone started coming regularly. I didn't feel like I stood out. I didn't feel like anybody really particularly noticed that I was a girl. I really liked it in that way, respect, because I didn't feel like singled out. All the guys still made really crude jokes all the time and just farted and ignored the fact that I was female.
And you were there, good.
So, yeah, it worked out nicely. After 3 years, I got my blue belt, and I'm actually the first girl to get a blue belt at Neutral Ground. The belt ceremony is super intense. You have to roll with everybody a bunch of times, which just means you wrestle everybody, and they kind of take turns on you, so they come in fresh, and you are slowly getting worn out. And then once you look like you can't breathe anymore, then they have you carry everyone back and forth across the mats, one time on your back and one time on your shoulder, and then one time dragging them across the mat. And then at the very end, you walk the gauntlet, which is when everybody lines up in 2 lines facing each other, and you walk between them, and everyone whips you with their belts. You have to walk slowly, or you do it again, and then you get to the end and you have the option of being thrown or choked unconscious. And I went with choked unconscious, so I got choked out. And then you wake up and they get your new belt. So I like being completely exhausted afterwards. I love the people here that I train with. I get to go play with them on the weekends. I just feel like they're my family here. So I think those 2 things are probably the best part, but I like everything about it.